You ready to go downstairs? Come on. Let's go downstairs. Come on. No, you don't want to? Okay, I got here a little bit earlier. It's Sunday morning. It's 7:52. The kids are already all lined up. I don't know why they get here so early and get out of their car. We all get in there at the same time when the doors open. But it's funny. I see a couple of these high school kids already out there. So it's like they come every Saturday and Sunday to hang out all day at the bins. I feel like when I was in high school, if this was a thing I could sell online, I totally would have been doing this kind of stuff, maybe. I don't know. Been thrifting my whole life. So anyway, yeah, day 4. I'm definitely tired, but ready to tackle the day. It felt like I was going to have all this time, but between doing this every morning and then filming and shipping and editing and uploading videos and then listing, it's like, it still doesn't seem like there's enough time in the day. It's crazy. I don't know why I do this to myself. I like to torture myself whenever Vicky's gone. I think it's just to make the time go by a little faster, but it's a lot, guys. I did get 20 items listed yesterday and cross-posted. Now I'm on 6 platforms: eBay, Etsy, Grailed, Mercari, Depop, and Poshmark. So did that the day before I did sorry, the day before I did 20 listings as well. I think the day before that I did like 10, but the plan today is to do at least 20 as well. So that's going to be happening. And yeah, hopefully today, I feel like all these days, even though I've gotten some cool stuff, I haven't had like a stellar day yet, which is weird because I mean, come on, I'm doing 5 days in a row. But this is going to be day 4. So maybe today will be the day that I get some crazy good stuff. Hopefully. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and get inside, or at least go stand in line, I guess. And that's a wrap. 7 pounds, what? Boo. Only 7 pounds. Boo. So, one thing I've figured out is I think 3 days in a row at the bins is like my max as far as, you know, when you hit diminishing returns and you just are burnout. So I'm on day 4 and I was like not into it. I mean, a lot of that had to do with like just not finding anything. Also, I don't think I like coming on the weekends. I don't like all having to like fight over stuff with the high school kids. Not that I have to fight, but you know, there's just a lot more kind of immature energy that is not as fun and it is obnoxious. So yeah, I think weekends no go, and no more than 3 days in a row. But I'm doing the 5-day challenge, so I still have to come tomorrow. Plus tomorrow's freaking Monday, so I gotta come. I gotta get up early. I gotta come here, and then I gotta ship Vicky's 5 million things, and then ship my own things. I don't know what. Seriously, guys, I don't know why I like to torture myself like this. But it's 10:58, and I'm gonna go ahead and head home. But I think I might stop at the Goodwill that's by our house. You never know. It's not the best Goodwill, but you never know. Even if I find one item that's really cool, it'll be worth it. Might as well see if I can do a little bit better. Because seriously, I got like maybe 4 things to sell today, and the rest are Buffalo Exchange stuff. So sometime in the next couple weeks, I'm going to need to make a trip to Buffalo Exchange and see if I'm doing good on my picks. Hopefully, because I'd like to be able to buy stuff at Buffalo Exchange, but I'm not paying their prices because they're pretty crazy, especially now that I'm going to the bins all the time. Anywho, let's go. So cloudy and sprinkly and rainy. Trying to channel my inner Vicki. Looking at linens. I don't see anything worth getting. Not that.
And looking to transition to a career with long-term stability and growth potential, enlist Goodwill's team of veteran career coaches. Goodwill offers veterans, their spouses, and spouses of active duty service members pathways to careers in healthcare, tech, transportation, and other growing industries.
Nothing.
Sign up today and let Goodwill's veteran career.
As per usual, not much at all. There were a couple of shirts and a cool vintage sweater. But then I just was like, I can't pay $3.99 for a mediocre t-shirt and $5.99 for a mediocre sweatshirt or sweater. So I was almost like meh. And then there were a bunch of racks that had new inventory going out that were out in the aisles. And I looked at one and I was like, huh, what's this? And somehow I ended up paying $25 for a single item. What? That's like 25 times what I pay for inventory nowadays. So, you're going to have to wait, but I seriously just bought something for $25. One item. That's all I got. So, it's like I said, they don't have anything good there. But, if you can find that one item, sometimes it's worth it. We'll see. I think I need a bean and cheese burrito from Done Tortacos. I am back home. I've had my tasty burrito for lunch, and now I'm ready to do my haul. Seriously, guys, I did not get much stuff. I got like 3 t-shirts that I'm going to trade in to Buffalo Exchange that aren't anything exciting. Otherwise, I'm actually going to show you the rest of the stuff that I got. Very little. Very, very little. And nothing that's like crazy. So, first off, I have this not vintage. I mean, this one might be like mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s, and it's just a Jesus tee. The shirt is illegal in 51 countries, and it's got the cross and the Bible verse on the back of it. Maybe I can get like $40 for that puppy. Next up, vintage Y2K. It could be late 90s, but I think it's more likely early 2000s on the crazy shirt tag. It does say USA Fabric assembled in El Salvador. So again, could be late 90s, but I think more likely the early 2000s. And it's just a beer tank top, summer swell golden ale. It's got kind of a cool little graphic there. And then this is the front. So again, nothing crazy, maybe 30, 35 bucks. So really just basic bread and butter stuff. Next up, I have this. It's not quite a reverse print. I guess it's sort of. It's a rain spooner, but it's a Dietrich Varese rain spooner shirt. And it's just kind of a cool design. You got like a little surfer dude. You got all kinds of stuff going on in there. But it's like it's got kind of like these markings on it. It's sort of like a reverse print, but it's not exactly like super vibrant or bright on the inside. I don't think these ones go for a crazy amount, but maybe I'll be able to get like $40 for it. Which, you know, if I'm only paying $1, it's pretty good. Next up, somewhat boring. I know this is like the most exciting haul ever. Just a somewhat puffy vintage 80s vest. This will be good for the coming up fall weather, which apparently we're having today. It's very cloudy and a little bit rainy outside. Shipton Sports. It's in good condition, and I should be able to get about $40 for that, I think. Now, I did find one kind of quirky, interesting thing. It is a terry cloth robe. It's not in the greatest condition. It needs to be washed. I might even bleach it. It is white. It's on this Terrytown, California tag. A little dingy. I do need to find a belt for it, which I didn't see any other terry cloth robes today, but I'm going to be on the lookout now so I can get one to replace it. But this is actually from the movie What Lies Beneath. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. It was like a thriller sort of horror movie back in, I think it was in the 90s. Was it Harrison Ford and I can't remember who else it was. Wasn't it, what's her name that played Catwoman? Anyway, so this is kind of cool. I mean, definitely, it's not going to be like a promo item. This is probably going to be something that was given to like crew or cast members or cast members. So no idea what value to put on that, but I don't know. Maybe once I get cleaned up and put a belt on it, maybe I'll list it for like 100 and hope to get 65 to 100 for it. But it's kind of cool. I always like these kind of little pieces of movie history. So this is actually probably the thing I was the most like excited about at the bins. As far as something to make Vicki jealous, did I fail today? Probably, most likely. Yesterday I didn't even find anything to make her jealous. This time, this is definitely something she would have grabbed herself. Whether or not she would be jealous about it, I don't know. Just some really cool surf shorts, surf gear. Now, if these were like full length, like the parachute pants, then she would definitely be jealous. These, I would say she would have liked to have grabbed them herself, but will it make her sad? Probably not. It does have the paper tag, made in the US. The elastic is a little bit blown out. You can hear the kind of crinkle a little bit, but that's okay because it actually has a drawstring, so it really doesn't matter. You don't need to have the elastic if you have a drawstring to tighten it. Otherwise, really good colors, in really good condition. They're a little small. They're like size medium. But so I guess that's my moderately, maybe it'll make Vicki a little bit jealous find for the day. So it's okay. All right. I did get one item for Vicki. I think I did okay. You guys can tell me if it's a hit or a miss. It's a kind of shirt, long, open. I think it does have buttons. It's got a few buttons. Yeah, it's like one of those long kind of open shirt jacket things. Kind of a purpley blue southwestern print going on. It says Bonkers Clothing Company, and then it does have a paper tag that is pretty much all worn out, but you can actually see it does say made in the USA. I think Vicki will like this. I think she'll be happy with this. I don't know how much she'll sell it for, but that's literally the only thing I picked up for her today. So that's it for the bins, guys. I was there for like 2.5 hours, and that honestly, other than 3, I mean, I'll show it to you real quick. This is actually a vintage AC/DC, but it's like Y2K vintage AC/DC shirt. This is a modern Ringer tee, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then a modern Def Leppard tee that's all fancied up for you there. I'm fairly confident I'll be able to exchange these at the Buffalo Exchange. So those 3 things, and that's it. So I went to Goodwill, guys. I went to Goodwill. There was nothing, like I said, I saw a couple t-shirts that like, if I found them at the bins, maybe I would get them, but I'm definitely not paying $4. I found a sweater that was a little pilly. It was cool. It was from like the 50s or 60s, but still it was really small. It wasn't that interesting, and they wanted $6 for it. So I went and looked at the to-go out racks, and I saw this jacket. This is a jacket. I saw this jacket, and then I saw that it was a polo sport jacket. And then I noticed that I could see, it was kind of hanging open, I could see that it said polo sport on the inside. I'm like, oh, I think this is reversible. And guess what? I was right. So this is actually a down jacket, 90s polo sport. And I think before I turned it inside out, I actually found the tag inside. Let me see. Yep. So here, you always look in the pockets for the tags. So there's the tag, polo sport, and but it's totally reversible. Let me just zip this back up real quick. And I turned it around so I could see like the condition to make sure it wasn't like all dirty and everything. But it's actually a really nice jacket, and it's a down jacket, so it's got that kind of squishy, heavy, squishy feel to it. And it doesn't have any staining on it, any dirt. It's in fantastic condition. I was able to look it up, and I found a comp that sold in June. The same jacket sold in June. I wasn't able to see like what the condition was really on it, but and it sold for $100. So I think for the wintertime coming up for the holidays, I think I should be able to sell it for like $150 at least. Might just list it at like $200 and take offers, but I figured it was worth paying the $25 to get this really nice reversible 90s polo sport jacket. It's the most I've paid in a while for something. So there you have it, guys. All right, I think this might be the most boring video of this series. I apologize. My energy levels are low. I'm a little tired, kind of hitting a wall. So let me ask you, put in the comments, what do you do when you kind of hit that wall and you don't have the motivation and you're having a hard time getting stuff done? Tell me how you handle it. What do you do? Do you take a break? Do you take a nap? Do you focus on doing something else? Do you go for a drive? What do you do? Give me some advice. I know for me, I generally just like power through it. You know, it's like I have a lot of stuff to do today and I have the time to do it today. I could go take a nap, but then I feel like I would just be groggy and then I wouldn't get the stuff done that I want to get done. And I kind of feel like, I've got these couple of days left before Vicki gets back and certain things that I want to get done. And so I'm just going to power through it. And that's generally what I do, is I will just push myself to do it anyway. If I need to list and I really don't want to, I just push myself to do it anyway. I will say I generally slow down. Like, it takes me twice as long because I'm really forcing myself to do it. Like, when I'm feeling motivated, I can list like super fast and get stuff done. But when I'm tired and I'm just like, ugh, I don't really want to do this, like I am kind of feeling today, it really is a chore, but I got to do it. I got to push myself through. And then I feel good about it after that. As far as like tomorrow, I still got one more day to go and I'm not going to let you guys down. I'm going to do my last day of my 5 days at the bins, even though I got to like ship everything tomorrow. I'm not sure how many things Vicki has to ship out, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot by tomorrow. But I do think that I'm going to make a real effort to get to bed earlier tonight. Last night I didn't end up getting to sleep until like 1 in the morning, which is stupid. I was just like watching some TV and then I was on the Reddit and reading stuff and cuddling with the puppies. And I do tend to be more of a night owl. And when Vicki's not here, it's like there's less reason for me to make myself go to sleep any earlier. But then I had to get up at like 6:30 because I'm doing the bins. So I'm just super tired. So I'm doing it to myself. So tonight I'm really going to try to get to bed and be sleeping hopefully by like 11, which for me is pretty good. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better. And when I do tomorrow's video, I'm going to be a little more energized because guys, nothing sucks more than feeling like you've got a lot of stuff to do and feeling like you have zero energy to do it. Am I right? So tell me, what do you guys do when you hit that wall and you just don't want to do it anymore? Tell me.